screen on behind the laptop. So,
hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to another week of Technology Tuesday, and we are looking forward to teaching you guys just a simple strategy you can do for your on-page SEO. And I have my my marketing buddies with me. I have Mike Phillips and Paul Ola, very successful marketers, hanging out with me today to help you guys learn a new strategy. So I hope you guys had a great weekend, and we are going to dive right into the content and just knock it out. It's probably going to be a quick one today because we're preparing for our website workshop this weekend. I'm excited about that, and I got a lot of material to put together. So we're just going to do a quick training today. If you guys got any questions, in the chat below, you can ask questions. Mike, if you could just monitor those. Actually, yeah. Since you have the computer, Mike, if you could just monitor the questions.
Yep.
If anybody has any questions. So below the video is a Facebook chat, and you can ask any questions there. There is a slight delay. It's about 10 to 12 seconds, so you may not actually hear it. Just be aware that there's a 10-second delay, so you may not get a response right away. But even if this is on the playback and it's not live anymore, you can still ask the questions, and we will check it and get back to you. So feel free to reach out to us, comment, ask questions, and just enjoy the process. All right, so we're going to jump over here to the presentation. I think I missed it. All right. So you guys seeing my presentation? Paul, Mike, are you guys seeing my presentation? Just
yeah, I see it on my end.
Yep. Yeah, I see it.
Thanks, guys. Just make sure we're there. So, hey, guys, going to quickly give you the 3-step success formula. You can use this formula to create success in your life, regardless of your business, regardless of your circumstances. And the first one is to put God first in everything you do. If you want a dramatic change in your life, I highly challenge you to put God first and watch what happens to your business and your life. Second one is to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself because you are going to get hit with challenges, and you need to overcome those challenges, and you can overcome those challenges when you believe that you can. So, there's a whole lot of success strategies and principles, but if you just want something simple that's guaranteed to work, just believe that you can achieve the thing that you want to achieve. When you can believe it in your mind, then you can achieve it in reality. So believing in yourself is the second step in my 3-step success formula. And the last one is to never give up. We are all faced with the challenges of life, and there's going to be times when you're going to want to just give up. And if you want to be a success, just don't. I don't know. I don't know how to put it. It's funny. I was watching this television show. And it was a young man asking his mom, who had been married for a very long time, 50+ years or something like that. He's like, Mom, I don't know how you and Dad do it. And she's like, boy, there's going to be times when you want to break up. Don't. And that was just the end of her advice. Just don't. So it made me laugh so hard. But listen, there's going to be challenges in your life, and just never give up, all right? Just don't give up on your dreams. That is my 3-step success formula. And that is what I use every single day to achieve the things that I have achieved in my life. And I wish that upon you, and that's why I'm sharing that with you guys here today. All right, so let's dive right into the content. We're going to talk about on-page SEO and what you need to do to achieve on-page SEO and how it can help you get higher rankings in Google. So, hey, do you guys know of anyone who doesn't really want to get higher rankings in Google? You think this is a good topic that we can just knock right out of the box real quick?
Absolutely. This is a hot one. This is probably right up there on #1 things you got to get done.
Yeah. So when we talk about on-page SEO, there's also off-page SEO. So what is it? Let's break it down and talk about exactly what is on-page versus SEO versus off-page SEO and why there's a difference. All right, so on-page SEO is basically things you can do on your website that will allow you to increase your rankings, okay? And then there's things that happen outside of your website that can help your rankings. And so you need on-page and off-page to be on the first page of Google. However, if you only do the on-page, you can have some success, but if you don't do the on-page, then there's not really a chance for you having any success at all. So you need both, and the on-page is a lot less. There's a lot less things you can do on your website. So if it takes 100% to get on a page one of Google, the on-page SEO represents about 15, maybe 20%. And even though it's a lower percentage, if that 15 or 20% isn't done, then the off-page things you can do off your site doesn't matter at all. So the on-page, there's, is less that you can do, and the off-page is more than you can do, but you have to have the on-page. Otherwise, anything you do off-page isn't going to help. Does that make sense to you guys? I want to make sure that's completely clear.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. Mike, you get that? Everybody get that? I want to make sure I explain it to, in non-technical, non-SEO language terms, so everybody gets it. Mike, you good?
I got somebody here who's watching too live, and he gets it.
Good, thanks. All right, so
he likes it. He's non-technical, so
good. So we're going to talk about the resource we use, which is a plugin. It's called the Yoast SEO plugin. It's real easy for me to remember because it rhymes with toast. Now, why Yoast and toast stick in my head, I don't know. But if it works for me, maybe it'll work for you. So it's Yoast, the SEO plugin. And basically what this does is it will basically give you a red light, yellow light, green light based on have you done the things that make your page, how should I say this, make that page SEO optimized for that keyword term, okay? So one other thing is that you have to remember, a lot of people think that Google ranks websites. Google does not rank websites. Google ranks individual pages. So your website and all the pages don't have to really be ranked anywhere, but you could have one page that's ranking on the first page of Google somewhere, on the rest of your site, not so much, okay? So remember, Google ranks pages, and when you start to kind of focus in on just that page, what this plugin does will tell you, hey, this page is optimized or not optimized for this particular keyword. So I'm going to jump into my site real quick, and I'm going to show you a couple of pages that I have that are optimized. I'm going to show you one page that is ranking on the first page that is optimized, and another page that is also optimized that is not ranking on the first page. So doing this on-page SEO is critical to being able to rank pages, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get on the first page of Google just because you have a page optimized. So let me dive right in here right quick. All right, so we're going to go over here to pages. Make this full screen for you guys. All right, so I have a website here. I have a page. This is just a page, and this could be a page or a post. This plugin works the exact same way. So I'm just going to open this up into the editor. All right, and this is just text on this page. I'll go to the visual so you guys can see it. So it's basically just text on this page. And when you have the Yoast plugin installed, if you scroll down below the content, there is this Yoast SEO area here. And what you do here is you put in a keyword that you want. Okay, sorry about that. It jumped back on me. Let's see if we can get back there right quick. Good. Good, good, good. So you put in a keyword term, right? When you first open this up, there will be no keyword term there. You put in a keyword term. And then it will tell you, here's all the things that you should do and or could do to get this page to be optimized for this particular keyword, okay? So because Google ranks pages, and those, Google basically works off the words people put in it, the keywords. If you want a page to be ranked, you put it in here, and then it will give you green lights and red lights and orange lights, and it'll tell you what things you need to do. So we can look at this, and we can see the focus keywords appears in the first paragraph of the copy, right? So we got a green light, so we've done that. If not, if this was red, that means it's not done. You could go back and look at your first paragraph and see if you can put it in, put your keyword in the first paragraph, right? It tells you that the keyword density is 2%. It tells you that's a good thing, and it was found 9 times. So it was found 9 times in the content, all right? The meta description contains the keyword. So the meta description is this up here. You can click to edit it if you need to, all right? It tells you the focus keyword appears in 2 out of the 7 subheadlines, all right? So in the content, basically, a subheadline is basically a headline where it's marked within, technically in H2, all right? So this tells you everything you need to do to be able to make sure that this particular page is optimized. So you have a green light, right? And it also, the later versions now tell you if it's readable or how, the readability it is. I don't pay any attention to that at all. So, you can change it if you want. I found it doesn't have any direct effect on rankings, but it's supposed to allow you to make it easier for your viewers to read. But I don't worry about it. That's just me. So this particular keyword, direct response website, if we go here, now I'm logged in. So I'm going to open up a private browser because I don't want it to show results based on me being logged in. I'm going to put direct response website. And on this particular one, there's 26 million competing. Here goes ads, right? If people are paying for this page, it means it's pretty competitive. And here we have, direct response website generates leads every day. So here's my page, number 1, 2, 3. It's the 4th one from, so it's, within the top 5 in Google out of 26 million competing, right? Now, my on page is correct. So that's one of the reasons. The other reason, my off page, I pretty much have some people linking to me because I develop websites. And so I have, backlinks from those sites. Plus, I've been in this for a long time. Success Team 1 domain name is pretty old, and I have lots of backlinks just from all the sites I've created and all the things I've been involved with marketing, right? And since direct response is a part of marketing, I have some authority on this domain as far as marketing, so that helps. That's kind of the off page. But I just wanted to show you here, based on the on page. Oh, sorry about that. I got the whole thing again. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So based on the on page, we are ranking on the first page for this particular keyword term. So can you guys check, see if we have any questions about that just as we dive into that?
Just refreshed it, Greg, and I haven't seen a thing.
Okay, good. So again, this doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to be on the first page, but this is kind of the foundation things that you can do on your site that will allow you to make sure that those pages are optimized for those particular keywords. So I'm going to jump over here to, here's a post that we have, Hire Virtual Assistant. We'll look at this one. We'll just let it load. All right, so we have content there. This one's telling us the readability is good, which is surprising because it's all the same. It's all the same writer. All right, so this one, slow down, come back. A little more. All right, so this one, the focus keyword is hire virtual assistant, right? And you see here that we have enough green that it is giving us a green dot, right? And you can also see this over here as well. But there are some things we can do to improve on it, right? So, the keyword density is 0.3, which is too low. Focus keyword is only found 3 times. So, we could see if we can go, add it more. The meta description is under 120 characters. So it's saying, hey, there's kind of only got a sentence here. You should add some more. And it's saying you don't have the focus keywords and a subheading such as H2. So, so there is some things we can do to this copy to kind of make it more optimized. However, it has enough things done so that it gives us a green light. Now, I can look for this one in here, and I can tell you now that I've already searched. We're not on the first. We're not anywhere on the first 10 pages of this one. So I just wanted to show you that just because you have the optimization doesn't necessarily mean you're going to rank. But if we were to do more of the off-site stuff and Google basically hits our page and our page is optimized, it would push it up. If we do the off-site stuff and this is not on this page, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to rank at all. So when it comes to SEO, there's 2 parts. There's your on page, and then there's your off page. I'll jump back and we'll show you what some of those things are. But this particular plugin allows you to see whether those pages, the page you're working on is optimized for a keyword. Now that you know this, and people kind of, when they first start using this, they kind of they try their best to get as many greens as can and kind of go overboard. Make sure that you write for real readers first, okay? So when you read it, if you putting in this keyword, more times because it was only found, 3 times and you want this to be green, but you're putting it in there in places where when you read it, it sounds weird, then that's not necessarily good, because if you don't have, copy that, content that reads well for the average reader, then people aren't going to, read it, and people aren't going to use it, and they're not going to trust your site and read your content. So the first thing is to write for real people. The second thing is try to get as many green, dots as you can so that it's keyword optimized. There is a nice balance between the two. You can definitely do both. As you see here, you don't have to get all of them green. You just have to get just enough so that the main one is green. And typically that's good enough to get you all your on-page optimization done. One other little thing that you can do that most people don't know how to do is to use unique images. So I'm going to jump back to Google. I'm going to show you this other little trick. We're just going to go to Google. Images. And it's actually images.google. And when you go to images.google, let it finish loading, you can search by an image, right? And so basically what you want to do is either upload your image or just put the URL to an image and see if you're the only one using that image. All right, so let's see here. If I go back here and we preview the changes, all right, so this is showing us an image we're using on this page. And when it finishes loading, I'm going to put this image inside of Google to see if it's a unique image. All right, so here is the URL. We'll jump over here. Paste this in here and we'll say search by image. Now, here's my image and it says visual image, and you see here's all these other images. Here are all these other sites using this image. So this is image. It may be nice on my page and it may look nice, which is cool. But as far as an SEO factor, this image is not helping me. So one of the things that gives you a little boost, a little secret, is to use unique images, meaning when you put this image in Google, you won't see any other sites using that image. Okay, so that's just a little trick for you guys, something that will help you guys out. Hopefully you didn't know that. And don't tell everyone because you'll just be creating more competition for yourself. But that's something that can definitely help you get a little boost. So if you do your on page and you create a unique image, those are the things that you can do on your site that will help you with SEO. And in the right circumstances, just that alone can get you on the first page of Google in some circumstances, not all. So that's how you guys use the Yoast SEO plugin and how you get to optimize your pages for specific keywords. Do you guys have any, hey Paul, you got any questions for me?
No, I'm right on, man. I'm right on.
Good. All right, so let me just minimize this. Go back to here. Oh, that was it. I thought I had more. Oh, sorry, guys. I did have more. Hold on. I did have one more thing. One more thing I wanted to share, and then we will call it a day.
You know, Greg, I have to say, I didn't realize that you could actually do an image.
Hey, you're breaking up. You still there?
I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. You said you didn't realize you could do an image what?
Yeah, I didn't realize you could do an SEO on the image as well as on keywords kind of thing. That's pretty cool.
Yes. And the other thing you can do is name the image, have the keyword in the name of the image. So, you know, if it's, you know, hire virtual assistant, it would be hire dash virtual dash assistant dot JPEG or dot PNG or whatever it is. So make sure you put the name of the keyword in the image as well. And you can have other, you know, you can have other words in there, but just make sure it's in there. That's also a little boost. So unique image and the keyword, the name of the image, those two things. So I did find a little post that talked about, you know, on page versus off page. So I just wanted to talk about a couple of things that the Yoast plugin helps you guys do, right? So it'll tell you if you have title, if your keyword is in your title tag. 9 times out of 10 when you use WordPress, your heading or the title of your page is your H1, so you don't have to kind of worry about doing anything different. Some themes will not make it an H1, so depending on your theme, you may have to look at that. If you're using any of the themes that I recommend, they all make it the H1. So your title is basically where you make sure you have your keyword in your title. The URL structure, right? So basically, you see here that hire a virtual assistant is in the URL structure. So in your settings, you just want to make sure that you have the you take it off. If you just install WordPress fresh, default, you want to make sure in your permalinks. Let me just go show you right quick. In settings and permalinks, settings, permalinks. You want to make sure you hit post name, right? And then this way, whatever the name of your post, the title of your post will be the name. And you can change it if you want, but you just want to make sure your keyword is in there. Otherwise, by default, it'll give you question mark P equals blah 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 blah. That doesn't help you SEO wise.
So you start with the page name.
Yep. Yep.
And
So
then your heading.
So I'm just saying, when you go to settings under permalinks, just make sure you select post name. Right? If you install WordPress by default, this will be your your links. Your links won't have the name; it'll have p equals and some number. But when you do post name, whatever your title of, whatever you title that page or post, that will be typically the URL, and it will separate the words with dashes. So in this particular case, hire a virtual assistant, right? A refresher, like that was the title of the page. So it put hire virtual assistant, a refresher as what's called the permalink. It's part of the whole link structure that links to this page. Boom, boom, boom. So this says alt text. Okay, so this is for images as well. You can also add an alt text to an image. So basically, when you name the image the keyword, you can add additional text. There, I would add the additional keywords that you have that are related to your main keyword. So, for example, if you were doing a blog post about fishing, a related keyword would be maybe fishing poles, fishing tackle, stuff like that. Okay. The other thing is fast loading pages. Make sure your page speed is good. You can Google page load speed, and Google has its own page load analyzer. It'll allow you to enter your website, and it'll tell you if your page speed is good. The content on the page, all these things. The Yoast plugin will tell you if it's good or not. It'll tell you if you have the keywords or not. And one other thing is internal linking. All right. So basically, an internal link is where you're linking to another page on your website, on your own website, right? So if you have a page on fishing and you have another page that talks about the best fishing tackles, in that content somewhere, when you happen to mention fishing tackles, you would make that a link to your other page that talks about tackles, okay? So for example, this is an example of an internal link on this particular page. Here's another internal link, right? All these links would go to other pages on your website that talk about the thing they're talking about in this particular sentence. So those are the things you can do on page. And with a few tips that you got today, that would really give you a boost in SEO. And then just so you guys know, off page has to do with literally other sites linking to yours mostly, right? And the popularity of those sites. So it can't just be any link linking to yours. You want a site that has authority, that has that is related, so it's relevant linking to yours. And those things help. Basically, it's like a vote, and Google saying, hey, they're linking to you, so you kind of get a little vote that says this site is about this, it's popular, and we think it has good content. And the more of those sites you have linking to yours, the more domain authority you have, and the more of those pages that are linked to gets pushed up in the search engine. And there's strategies for that, and there's ways you can do it wrong, and that's why Google came out with all the animals, the pandas, the penguins, the kangaroos, and everything else to kind of get people who are not doing the linking correctly or making fake links or linkings to anything just to get rankings, to kind of push out and weed out the spammers. But that's the offsite, and there's specific strategies for that. And we will be going over the actual strategies on our workshop, on our weekend website workshop. So if you are not a Success Team Advantage member, you want to consider that. We are having, at this particular time, we will be having that this weekend coming up on Saturday. All right, so Success Team Advantage, for those of you guys who don't know, it's where we have our live weekly coaching, and we have our monthly workshops, and that one's coming up this week. We'll be doing the weekend website workshop. We will build for you a direct response, not for you, but with you, a direct response website. Together, we will get you all set up with all the themes, the plugins, and everything you need, and we will dive into it, spend a few hours putting together the ultimate direct response website. The Success Team Advantage includes hosting, so we can host that website. We can host any of the other websites, and it includes our arsenal of plugins and themes that you need to dramatically get your website to convert people from lookers into buyers, okay? And we also have our Maximum Profits Academy, which is the training you need to take your business to $1 million plus. This is the step-by-step exact steps that you need to take to learn which pieces of the marketing pie you need to apply to your business and how to do it in the most effective way so that in 12 months you can grow your business to over $1 million, okay? So you get everything for $97 a month, and you can get more information about all of that at successteamadvantage.com. So highly recommend you guys go there and check it out and jump in so you can be on this week's weekend website workshop. All right, now what if I could show you how to get all of that Success Team Advantage for free? So check this out. We basically have a 25% recurring fee. So if you refer 4, you basically get your membership for free without it costing you a dime. I love referral programs, and I especially love the recurring ones. And it's how I get a lot of the services that I use. I refer enough people to use them so that it doesn't really cost me anything. And it's a strategy I recommend you do too. It saves you a lot of money, and you basically get all your, as many as the tools you can for free. So we have that, and you can basically earn your Success Team Advantage for free. So again, successteamadvantage.com. Check that out, and I look forward to seeing you inside. All right, guys, do we have any questions? Do you guys have any questions? Anything we need to go over?
I'm good. I just want to recap. So we're going to start. You start with the page name, then your heading, then in the body, and whatever meets the criteria in the for Yoast for the plugin, right?
Yes. Yep. So start with the key, the keyword. Make sure that's in the title. Then make sure it's several times in the copy. Okay. Then when you get down to Yoast, it's going to ask to make sure that it's in the meta description. So above where you put your keyword in Yoast, it'll give you a snippet of the meta description. And that meta description is basically what people would see inside of Google. It's like the link that they would see, the title they would see, and the description they would see. So what you want to do is you wanted to make sure that the that has the keyword in it too, and Yoast will tell you if it does and how good it is, or if it's too long or if it's too short. And you kind of just massage it with your content to make sure it has what it's supposed to have, so that that page is optimized for the keyword.
Right. Okay, got it.
Then the other thing is the image. Make sure it's a unique image and it has a name in it, and that's like a really big boost for you guys.
Bingo.
Yep. All right. I hope that was powerful for you guys and stuff that you can use. Make sure you guys, take those notes and save it, so when you're in there working on your pages, you can make sure that your pages give you the most SEO bang for your efforts. All right.
Thank you.
If we don't have any other questions for now, then we will call it a day. You got anything? Are we good?
Greg, I think you've answered everybody's questions.
Good. I try to be as thorough as I can, and I appreciate that. Hey, so until next week, we'll probably have a longer, more intense training next week after the workshop. But like I said, this week, hey, our phone's ringing. This week we're preparing for our workshop, and I'm looking forward to spending quality time this weekend teaching people how to build websites. So until next week, guys, thank you for showing up. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Technology Tuesday. And if this training has helped you, please share it with someone, and we will talk to you again. Take care.